Aren't you curious about the Buried Relic? The Buried Relic is the main topic in Pokemon Square. If we go there, maybe we can find out more about it. I heard rumors that Pokemon from ancient times live in the Buried Relic. I've heard that there are treasures to be found in the relic. I wonder how much is true. But I must admit, I do get a certain thrill from it. I guess there's a sense of drama and adventure about it. Hey, have you heard about the Buried Relic? They're rumoring that there are treasures in there. And they say the treasures aren't just lying on the ground. Know what they're saying? They're saying that treasures are even embedded in the walls! If you knock down the walls, there might be treasures galore! Sounds really enticing, eh? I think Shiftry knows where the Buried Relic is. I went into the cave, but I couldn't evolve into Butterfree. That's too bad, Metapod. I bet you weren't high enough in level. If you train, raise your level, I think you'll be able to evolve. Oh, so it's my level. I get it. I'll work at leveling up. What's that? Where's the Buried Relic? The Buried Relic is deep in the jungle to the southeast. Are you dreaming about the treasures too? Me too. Best of luck, compadre. Leaving aside the disturbing facts that Shiftry calls them compadres, Camomile's team gained access to the Buried Relic. Hey everybody, it's Chugga Conroy. Welcome back to more Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Rescue Team DX. Last time, I threw away all my spare time for the week to show you every single, oh baby! Every single, oh baby. Okay, Munchlax. All right, help him. Give him his apples. Hey, that belonged to Munchlax. Munchlax want back. Here you go, buddy. Only gave him one apple. Really? Really? You give food back to Munchlax? Munchlax feel all squishy inside. You honest and nice. Munchlax say thank you with this. You got a Munch Belt! Munchlax go now. You, good to Munchlax. Munchlax is a rare occurrence in Pokemon Square that loves interrupting intros. He gives the item the Munch Belt. When equipped, it boosts the wearer's attack and special attack, but it also makes their belly empty more quickly. Together with certain abilities that make hunger irrelevant, this can actually be quite a good item. Munchlax can give a few different hold items, and they're pretty much all good. If you ever see them, be absolutely sure to do that. I was so disappointed that I whiffed it the very first time. Anyway, this time, we are going to the Buried Relic that we have heard so much about for so long. It's finally time. Before going in, there's some preparations we gotta do. Whether you know it or not, you got a mission today. And it's a very different mission from everything that we've seen before, and thus, different items are needed. I would recommend a friend bow to be brought along, a decent amount of food. Inviting orbs come highly recommended as well, but they're quite rare. Perhaps a cleanse orb, stay away wands, the x-ray specs, and as foolish as it sounds, 2 escape orbs. Trust me on this, it's very good. According to the rumors, there's items hidden inside the walls of this place. I don't personally have the mobile scarf, but if you do, bring it with. That'll enable you to go through walls in exchange for higher belly consumption with certain rare qualities. That's not really so much of a downside. Because I don't have that, I'm gonna have to figure out some other way. I've already purchased every single camp, but maybe you haven't. Above all else, buy the final island camp before going. I can't stress this enough. Trust me on this. And with that, it's time. The Buried Relic. Look at that floor count. Now, before you can say, it's not as bad as it looks. Potentially, this could actually be a much shorter dungeon than advertised. Potentially. Don't want to get your hopes up, but it's not as crazy as it looks. We got a strong foe in the form of Ditto, or really in the form of anything else because it's kind of how he works, meaning that we can get a shiny Pokemon, and one reason to bring the friend bow, but not the big one. Looking at cause and effect here. Effect, I think, has got the more consistently helpful moveset. Not that it's going to be that useful to us, but I should at least bring along something that's decent in the way of moves. Chamomile and Willow are gonna be our main fighters here. I think with that, we're about good. I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty nervous about this, but let's go. Nah, I got escape orbs. I can always get out if I need to. Right away, X-ray specs, going on Chamomile. And I'm so happy that it's this song again. Ah, I love this place. With the X-ray specs, I can see that inside this wall there is some sort of item. And remember what I said about items and walls being really, really good? Also, yeah, belly consumption is crazy whenever you go inside of walls. I'm already down to 90 on effect there. This place is the premier grinding spot in the world of Pokemon. Anytime you ever want to get stronger, come here. It beats the hell out of leveling up. Leveling up sucks. Don't even bother. It's worthless. By comparison to getting those stat up items and going into the walls here and then escape orbing whenever you've just run out of steam and don't feel like you can carry on, it's so much more worth it. Gonna attack you from far away. And the reason why I chose, oh gosh, iron spikes that I can't even use, I might just ditch those altogether. Oh, never mind. I guess they fused with my usable iron spikes and thus became usable. That's how physics work. Anyway, Misdreavus is my choice. The reason why I went with Misdreavus for my ghost type was, of course, so that I could walk through walls. But you need to be warned about this. Being ghost type is not enough on its own. It seems really stupid, and trust me, it is. But main type versus subtyping actually matters in this situation. Oh, okay, I guess at least it was my least useful move. If a Pokemon's first type is Ghost, it can go into a wall just fine. The problem is if it doesn't have that. Soundproof ability, okay. The problem is if it doesn't. I keep getting interrupted. This means that Sableye and Frostlass, and if there's any other Pokemon I'm not thinking of that have a subtyping of Ghost, they can't actually go into walls. I've seen some people find this out, unfortunately, at a bad time, and I'm here to warn you about it. Here we go. Gonna knock you out. Personally, I don't think it was a mechanic. I think it was an oversight, and it's kind of sucky that there's one that bad when it is the primo way to get strong in this game. Maybe they wanted to give it a downside. I don't actually know. Only Nintendo knows that, and I ain't getting it out of them. Carbos increases speed, except in Effect's case because she's dead, and you can't drink anything if you are. That sounds a lot more depressing than I had intended it. Oh, another one. They can actually be in hallways here. You're going up. Drink that. We're gonna give that to Chamomile. The fact that it's just that common multiple times a floor, why would you not go for this? Some other legitimate valid tactics in this dungeon would be tunnel wands. It kind of sucks having to give up an inventory slot solely to digging, and that's why I wanted to just have my third team member do that, because I'm very confident in Willow and Chamomile here, especially after all the dungeon crawling that I've done. I mean, I wouldn't use tunnel wands. This is just a nice way to get rid of them for a good cause. What's really good, if you have it on a good Pokemon, is the rare quality Forge-a-Path, which trades Belly for essentially the same thing as a tunnel wand. Whismur, and you have defensive rhythm. Pretty bad rare quality, but I can always ditch you later. Another thing about this dungeon is the fact that it's a very bad place to get new items except for those really good ones. What I mean by that is every single item has a 5% chance of being sticky, so we're gonna be seeing that a lot of useless items that just don't really come in handy all that much. Willow, here, you do Energy Ball, or rather I do Energy Ball in your body so that I feel like I'm contributing more to these fights. That just sounds gross. X-ray specs? Oh, goggle specs. Goggle specs. Trap set on the floor become visible. Don't care about that as much as my other effects. I'm just going to get insanely strong from this. We've been really beefing up in terms of numbers lately, and it makes me just so happy that we have been. Where was that again? Okay, it's above where Whismur is. Here we go. Citrus Berry! With small stomach, I could give that to effect. I actually almost fell from my chair. I was leaning on one arm too much. That could go on Willow. For curious types, the maximum possible stats that a Pokemon can reach is 500 for HP, 255 for all other stats. We're only about halfway, so we got quite a ways to go before we're gonna be getting anything that strong. Moving on to floor number 4. Probably would be wise, actually, to go to every single spot with an item since we have the X-ray specs on, now that I think about it. I was regretting as I saw that going on. Cubone! Cubone! Heck yeah! This place being so long and being such a great spot to get these items is a reason why I didn't bring this up earlier when we were at Wyvern Hill. This is the other of the 2 dungeons that can have items in the walls, and Wyvern Hill might be easier, I suppose, but I also just don't really care about Wyvern Hill that much for this purpose. It's so much better to go here, have it be as long as you want, go on for a super long time, get lots of items in the process. That's what I care most about. 2 Rattatas. And neither of you have rare qualities. You can come just as a way of obligatation. Is obligatation a word? I don't think it is. I've had people telling me that I really should be recruiting every Pokemon that wants to come, and it's really bad that I'm turning them down because they can be extra help. And I hear you. I think I probably should have been doing that. It's just been a matter of I've been seeing other Pokemon as kind of a liability. Oh, no, okay, good, okay. It's not in my party, so it doesn't actually lose that. I probably should not be stepping out of the wall as effect and just letting the AI do it because there's no consumption if I do it that way. Cubone and a rare quality of some kind sounds excellent. If you could have Bone Meringue in your moveset, I want you by my side for this. Blast Control. That's a rare quality that even though I've already gotten off screen, I haven't shown it to you. It makes it so less damage is taken from exploding moves and exploding traps. Potentially helpful, I guess. We haven't run into any foes that explode yet, at least not that we've seen actually doing the explodey. Go over this way. Geodude using Rock Polish, that can be a little dangerous, and it's over here in this corner. Going down, eat a Citrus Berry. Going on Chamomile, we're getting close to 200 HP now. I just realized I said that we're just barely halfway after I just got done saying that we had like 180 HP out of 500. It's kind of funny. Here on floor number 5 is a Pokemon that I want to give special attention to. I think. It was in this floor in Red and Blue Rescue Team. It's just dungeon listings aren't exactly that in-depth for this one. I don't know where mankind lost its way somewhere along the line, not knowing how to do good coverage on mystery dungeon games, because Pokemon fan sites are really light on the coverage on this one compared to the original. You can find everything about the original. It was always, oh, on these floors you find these Pokemon, on those floors you find those Pokemon. And this one, it's just, yeah, here's the Pokemon, you find them for yourself. Eat Blizzard. Let me see if I can find the Pokemon I'm looking for. Porygon, just barely off screen. Just the way the anime likes it. Porygon is a former version exclusive Pokemon. It could only be found in Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Red Rescue Team. To get it in blue version, here's the code on screen right now to make it start appearing here. Maybe that's why there wasn't a whole lot of coverage. It's the same data anyway, and they just figured we would all know that. I have my doubts. Protein going on Chamomile. Another thing I did for my toolbox was load up on Reviver Seeds so much. My plan is to give Misdreavus all of the plain seeds that are triggered from reviving and just going all in on survivability to make these 99 floors a lot easier. For the time being, though, that's about all there is to these lower floors. The real meat of this dungeon doesn't come until we get into some higher floors, and frankly, I'm gonna be going around every floor very methodically, making sure I get every single buffing item possible just to get very strong in the process. For now, though, we got a lot to play. It's a long dungeon ahead, and I'm just gonna see you on the important floors. Sticky Trap! My Fierce Bandana got, ouch! This is why Cleanse Orbs are good to bring along every once in a while. And now you understand why I think bringing 2 Escape Orbs is good. It's potentially awkward if an Escape Orb gets ruined. And there's also another trap called the Apple Trapple. It's actually called the apple trap. I just like calling it the apple trapple. I'm sorry. I have no off switch for this. The apple trap will turn an item permanently into a big apple, and this is not removable like getting an item sticky is. So in that case, so for cases like that, have 2 escape orbs, make absolutely sure, life seed. Make absolutely sure that if 1 escape orb gets damaged and there's no other way out, just use the escape orb right then and now. It's not worth going through this place without an escape orb. Again, I reiterate that decoy seeds are a fantastic item. I didn't personally bring one along. I thought I'd be fine without, but maybe I'll eat my words because I stand by it. That's a great item. It makes so that bad things that befall items happen to the decoy seed first instead of an item that you would actually care about. Steamroll! You bet you're rolling with us! This is quite the entourage we got going on. Willow leveled up and tried to learn Quick Guard. It prevents faraway moves from hurting the team, actually. That's an interesting effect. Could be good situationally, but I think just for a long dungeon like this, I don't want a situationally good move. I want a general purpose move so that we're equipped for whatever it is we need to handle. Food Finder! Oh my god, I sound like a cartoon character from the 90s and I can't even pinpoint who! Maybe Yago? Maybe another character that guy voiced. I know he voiced a lot of people. Kecleon shops can now carry cleanse orbs. Might as well just use them straight away whenever you see them. Restore usability to whatever item just got ruined. Because I guarantee you something did. 12 Poke for a full belly on a Pecha Berry? You petcha! On to floor 15. Intruder alert. Exterminate. Intruder alert. Exterminate. Regirock. If you've never seen Lucaria and the Mystery of Mew, the voice acting for the Regigolems is hilarious. Regirock, buddy pal. It has clear body for its ability, contrary to everything about it. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna step right up, see how I can test my luck against you. You're paralyzed already? Good, that's a decent start. You're probably not gonna be able to use moves all that much, so no sense really going for the attract. We're just gonna go straight for the double slap and steamroll you. 2 hits. Nice. Way to show me up, Willow, with your lame, not multi-hit move that did almost as much damage as my multi-hit move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah! Look at that! Well, not one combo, but like 3 turns. Something fell from Regirock's body. Regirock was apparently guarding this item. Team Rosethorn obtained the rock part that Regirock was guarding. And we're still going, it's not over. The rock part is not an item that shows up in the toolbox. It's treated as a key item that we can't really look at. This was not the case in Red and Blue Rescue Team. Back then, it took up a slot of the inventory and you needed to carry it with you for a certain purpose that was as of yet unrevealed. Very easy to just throw it away not knowing what it's for when this place is throwing so many good items at you. On to floor 25. Intruder alert! Exterminate! Intruder alert! Exterminate! Regiizu! Just like before it has clear body, I didn't actually explain what that did before because it died so quickly, but that means that stat lowering moves will have no effect on it. All other status moves are fine. You can kindly step closer to me right now. I took 1 step close to you. That's what you do in an honorable duel. But you're just standing over there. I see what, oh. Well, crap, now your actions make a lot more sense. I'm sorry that I questioned you. Don't care if my movement speed's down, I just want to slap you silly. 120 damage a hit. Come on. You guys are certainly making quick work of it. Stomp! Stomp! That's what you had. Stomp. You're certainly taking a lot more hits than Regirock. Maybe you just got really good special defense, and that's mainly what we're hitting you with. I guess that kind of be it. There's a Shadow Ball, and then another Shadow Ball, and then a Hypnosis. Heck yeah! Good one, Ghastly. I wasn't using a status on it because I didn't think it would survive more than a couple hits. Oh look, it's dead. Something fell from Regice's body. Regice was apparently guarding this item. Team Rosethorn obtained the ice part. That Regice was guarding. It's both been officially pronounced Regice and Regice. I just go with Regice because that was the first one of the two, and you tend to cling on to the way that things that you were already doing if there's no evidence to the contrary. Floor 35. My best impression. It wasn't very good. Registeel is the hybrid of the other two Pokemon, whereas Regirock was physical defense, Regice was special defense. This one is a little bit of both, though not really a master of either. We're gonna open up with a Blizzard here. It also has clear body. Wow, now it really looks like it's got clear body. You reminded me of that shiny Registeel card that I paid a lot of money for that one time. I got it from a friend though, so I was kind of happy to pay that amount of money knowing where it was going to. It was expensive. I think it's one of the most pricey cards in my collection, actually. I think I paid like $100-something for it. I don't know. I'm just kind of going off on a tangent here because I'm willing to bet that, well, okay, you did do some good damage. Let's go for an Attract, see how that goes. Bam, Attract. Over here, handsome. You know, I've always been so into the mature, and I assume that you're very mature in 1,000 years of being alive. Even if some of it was in stasis, you just can't discount the maturity of carbon dating. And believe me, I'm very into dating carbon. Something fell from Registeel's body. Registeel was apparently guarding this item. Team Rosethorn obtained the steel part that Registeel was guarding. It's so awkward. That means, I don't actually know what that means. By finding the rock part, ice part, and the steel part, all three parts are your, oh, that's what that means. Okay, I thought you were gonna say something really arbitrary. Oh, the three parts? They're reacting to each other. That's cool looking! All three parts fit together and became a music box! But of course! Team Rosethorn obtained the music box. It lets you attract a special Pokemon that's in the Buried Relic. Say it with me, in red and blue rescue team! This was an item that was in the toolbox normally. And you wanna know what else? If you use this item, it instantly broke and you had to go through and fight the 3 golems again. Completely stupid decision. I remember running around this dungeon for over an hour looking for the special Pokemon that it was talking about, not having it appear anywhere and assume, oh, I probably need to activate it on each floor. It probably just isn't doing its effect. So I use it and pff, it breaks. I was living that I just wasted all of that time, and I wasn't getting permanent stat items. I didn't really do any digging in this game when I was a kid. That wasn't really a thing that I saw it as worth my time to do. Mr. Emus, we need you. No, not, stop hitting Shedinja with stuff. I don't know if I've mentioned this yet, but I guess even though I'm capable of using a move normally right now, if I just chuck a Graveler, well, let's chuck a Geopebble. I care less about that one. Chuck a Geopebble. Throwing items are able to kill Shedinja no problem, so don't worry about not having the move for the job. It's just, that's the thing that you can do is use a super effective move. Works just as well as a throwing item, yet another way that they're really powerful. So, this music box, thank God they made it a key item. Ugh, it's such a beginner's trap having that Pokemon that it attracts be so rare, and then when the player thinks to use it, then they just lose it. A grudge trap. Ugh. That gives all Pokemon on the floor a status as though they have just used the move Grudge, which means whatever move defeats them goes to 0 PP. No! Why is that activating so many times in a row? What the hell? What? And I lost my friend bow? No! Why did it activate like 17 times in a row? I needed that friend bow. No! That's gonna make my life harder, and it's on the 39th floor that this is happening. That's what I get for never feeding any Pokemon on these floors. Ugh. So I'm just gonna come out and tell you that the rare Pokemon that we're looking for with this music box is the mythical Pokemon Mew. I'm telling you this because we gotta be watching the message log at the bottom of the screen very closely. We need to look for anything that has to do with Mew going on. That could be, say, Mew using Transform on another Pokemon, because it has that in its moveset. It can transform into a monster house. Okay, well, I want to make absolutely sure that Mew's not a part of this somehow. I think there was an enemy or two in this room already. I didn't see anything. Okay. So, you gotta be careful of that. It's very possible that Mew could transform into another Pokemon and you would just never know that it was even here in the first place. And on top of that, as far as I'm aware, you aren't promised a fight with Mew. It could show up, or it might not. Either way, if it does spawn, it will be on floors 40, 50, 60, 70, I guess I gotta attack you. 60, 70, 80, 90, or 98. You threw the slow orb at it? Why did you do that? Oh, okay. Was it on the floor with you? I don't know. I'm getting very upset by how those items behave. Oh, okay, no. We need to be using this. I haven't acknowledged it yet, but speaking of the message log, this move that I'm doing right here to pass turns and check for traps, that's referred to as a trap finder. In fact, I will show you. There it is, Chamomile use trap find. We need to not risk any more traps. The fact that that happened to me already, that's really bad. I'm gonna eat this eye drop seed just so we can see traps normally. There we go. Pretty box, don't care. Slumber wand, no, I'm okay. 89 Poke. Protein, I'll take that. I've been pumping all of the attack and speed into Chamomile lately because Chamomile cares a lot more about those stats thanks to Double Slap. And I guess that's it from this monster house. That was pretty devastating, I have to say. Admittedly not as devastating as just a regular-ass trap on the previous floor. Basically, I'm just gonna go around this floor a ton, see if I can locate Mew, and if not, I'll be on my way. Mew! Okay, I need to be careful here. This is a delicate situation. I don't want anybody knocking it out. So what I'm gonna do is approach. Willow's gonna do Energy Ball, of course. And I need to make sure that I'm the one that gets the finishing. No! How did that knock out that fast? I thought I had hundreds of HP! And various other noises too. I was gonna approach it, do the stay away wand, teleport it away, and then I was gonna go into the tactics meeting and make it so that you guys would just sit in a corridor somewhere and not attack it. I didn't think it would die that easily. I thought it had a lot of HP because, you know, it's a legendary Pokemon. It makes sense. Just rude putting that many apple traps in this monster house. They knew what they were doing. Okay, there's a serious flaw in that plan. Why didn't I just use the stay away wand when I was one space away? That's because I played through this entire game, that's my practice run and this run, without knowing that wands had more than one space of range on them. At the time I recorded this, I thought I had to be within 1 square of Mew for it to work, and that's why I walked up to it. I found out when describing the way I failed to a friend. Every single time I'd ever used a wand, it was always on something that was one space in front of me, and I never tried it in any other situation because I just assumed, well, ranged effects is what orbs are for. So yeah, I passed up a potential legitimate opportunity at Mew. My chances were very low without the friend bone, without squad up or anything like that, so I probably wouldn't have gotten it, but it still kind of stings. But now you can be better than me. Oh man, that hurts. The fact that I had it that easily. And it was right there in the flesh. It didn't even bother transforming into anything yet. I'll see you on floor 50. Or possibly later. Everybody getting in on the latest dance craze? Sure, why not? Traps are just activating 80 times in a row now. Back in the days of old, Mew was actually a lot harder to obtain, and I'm at least thankful for this. Mew could appear on any random floor from 36 to 99. Back then, it was a huge pain to get this thing because it could realistically be anywhere, but now, at least it's easy to know which floors to be on the lookout during. Kecleon can sell the X-ray specs in this dungeon. That's pretty attractive, actually. No, oh, God. One of my escape orbs got turned into a big apple. Oh, that's bad. Okay. So now comes a decision. We gotta figure out if we're going to abandon this run, hope for a better one, and not lose our escape orb this time. Because if I lose my other escape orb, I'm trapped in here and have to do all 99 floors, and we're not even halfway yet. I've also been here for more than 2 hours at this point, just to kind of put that into perspective for how long this has taken while still picking up all the vitamins along the way. It would be bad to lose this run. Absolutely it would. It would really suck getting Mew and then just not being able to escape with it right away, having to play all 99 floors before we can make sure that we actually get it. But, and I'm gonna regret this horribly, I can feel it, I haven't been having a hard time. I think that because we tackled the dungeons in the order that we did, I'm personally having a pretty easy time with this. I don't recommend that you do what I'm doing, but I'm gonna press on a little longer and just kind of see how things go. We also have all the best rare qualities. I'm just gonna say that outright. Our team is extremely sufficient, so I'm feeling a lot more confident in this run than I normally would. Oh, we got a strong foe on this floor. I see you on the map. I was wondering when this was gonna show up. I can't believe I found Mew first, and who knows, maybe I'll get this first. So, okay, I'll demonstrate what my strategy was right here. My plan was push you guys over this way, go into a tactics meeting, wait there. I don't want you interrupting this. You and me, ditto, one-on-one. And it's a no, and I don't have my friend bow anymore! Why do you hate me? I'm getting good luck, and yet none of it's serving me in any good way whatsoever! At least we won. Floor 50, and I know what you're thinking. Didn't you already beat Mew badly? Shouldn't it not be here at all because it's already dead? No, not exactly. So evidence on this is inconclusive, and you might be right. But what I'm hoping to do here today is conclusively prove whether or not it can be run into multiple times in one run, because the internet doesn't seem quite sure about this. People swear that they've gotten it twice, but I haven't been able to find much actual evidence of this. So off we go. Haven't seen a message pop up yet, at least not one that I've noticed. Now I'm gonna check it. Nope, nothing. Don't need to get paranoid yet. Besides, what are the odds I'm gonna run into it twice in a row? I'm stepping very closely because I know that those odds could be very real. I've been having weird luck today where extremely rare things have been happening to me, though under exceptionally unlucky circumstances. If I could get Mew in a corridor like this, that could be kind of good. You know what? Before there's any chance for anything stupid to happen. No energy ball, no dragon breath, no Psybeam, no shadow ball. You guys are only going to have the basic of the basic on in case something gets close to you. Remember also that Mew's gonna have to be within 2 squares of you to actually get recruited. That hasn't been a concern with other legendary or mythical Pokemon up to this point, so I just want to make you aware of it now. That's kind of bad that Elekid's got to move like that. Just in case you're Mew, I'm gonna knock you out with a Blizzard because you're 2 spaces away. Okay, it's 2 spaces within a square of you. Geopebble, go over this way. Hadacraw! Better yet, I'm going to say don't use moves for tactics on this. I'm tired of... I said don't use moves. I said it... I guess that everyone doesn't really mean everyone. I thought that, cool, I can set tactics for these. Machamp looks really funny when you're not expecting it. I didn't know what to see there. Golem has the rare quality Forge a Path. That's an alternative strategy to the ghost type thing that I'm doing, but I just like Misdreavus so much that I think I'm gonna hang on to it. Well, let me see what other rare qualities are. Okay. Yeah, you can break walls as you walk, but your belly gets significantly emptier. Break walls, you can't break anymore if your belly reaches 0. Not Mew, but Porygon 2. This is the counterpart version exclusive for Blue Rescue Team? Yeah, I don't know what they were thinking on this one. Maybe somebody just didn't know Pokemon really well when they were in charge of this aspect of the game. But we have a case where Red version's version exclusive is able to evolve into Blue versions, but with no equivalent of breeding, there's not any way for a player of Blue to get the opposite one. Maybe it was just throwing them a bone because they were playing on inferior hardware or something. I'm not sure. But that's the way things are, and here's the code to get Porygon 2 in a Red version. You know, if you're too lazy to evolve it. Blizzard got upgraded! Thank God that wasn't Mew. Blizzard is now level 5. That's my cue to Skiddo. If they wanted me to say it's Skidoo, they should have spelled it differently. Pass turn, pass turn, pass turn. I'm just going to see what this is. Hopefully it doesn't happen that soon. Okay. Don't care if you're a Hitmontop, just get out of here. Let's make for the stairs. I stayed here as long as I possibly could. Mew never showed up. Sure, whatever. I know that turns passing is what determines if the something stirring actually goes off, but it makes me so nervous how much time is being taken up while I'm sitting in here. Yeah, we're gonna move on. If the something is stirring ever appears, don't mess around with it. It counts as a loss to that dungeon. It's just an instant lose if you stay on that floor too much longer. It's to stop people from camping objectives. You know what I was trying to do. That better have auto-saved. I think I was on floor 57. Also, you can see what I've been playing lately. Okay. Resume from dungeon. Okay. Oh. That's some very liberal auto-saving. It auto-saved me switching to Misdreavus. I'm thankful for autosave. That was a new thing in the remake, because in Days of Old, you didn't get that. You had to do it all in one go. If you shut it off, you went all the way back to the beginning of the dungeon, and the only saves were quick saves, which would get deleted upon reloading them. Telekinesis. The Pokemon is levitating, can't move from its spot, and its evasiveness goes down. But ground-type moves have no effect on the Pokemon. Effect wears off after a while or when the Pokemon warps or gets blown away. So I decided to take a break really quick, and I brought this up to somebody that my game had crashed, and apparently that's common. It doesn't like switching leaders too much in long dungeons, and that's kind of what you gotta do if you're farming stuff. Been through a lot tonight, I have. Floor 60. What's over there? Hitmontop, and it's asleep. Okay, that's fine. We're just gonna take that out quickly. Just make it so that that's not a problem. And I'm considering going around this floor by myself. Just to prevent anything stupid from happening. Cubone and Elekid were kind of skipping like they're best friends or something. Tonight I have learned that 200 is the maximum belly size. Because we all have it. It's stirring again. I got myself a case of the stirrings. It's time to go. Quick guard. Oh no, it's gonna protect you from far away. Yeah, it is. Okay. Well, the rest of you can deal with that. I'm getting the hell out of Dodge. Floor 70. I think you'll notice that there's a few things different about us. We don't have Elekid anymore. I made the tough but firm decision to get rid of Elekid. It was just that, yes, he had Steamroll. Yes, that's one of the best rare qualities. Yeah, it hurt to get rid of it. But he's a liability. I have no control over what moves he has. I can't overwrite his moves with TMs that I find. There was just nothing that I could do about him potentially nuking Mew from across the room. So because of that, I've chosen to just kind of go it alone here. I'm gonna get a training seed. Okay, I'll take that. We'll just see what we can do here, I guess. I haven't found another Pokemon with Steamroll or anything. I wish I had, but so far I haven't been that lucky. There's gonna be a monster house on this floor, I can just kind of tell. You guys can stay put. Let's clear out this floor. That Golbat looks kind of small. When it wanted to join me. Moving up? I don't think we've gotten moving up before. That's more move experience learned when using moves in a dungeon. I don't need you. There's something sleeping in this room. This could be it. Stay there, guys. Hold back. Oh, crap. Auron's not gonna listen. Willow, how about you go up there, and then Camille. Feels like I'm playing Tetris over here. Okay. It's Golbat. Okay. False alarm! Mew is in the monster house along with a shiny Ditto. What? Okay, we're gonna have to handle this very delicately. I'm gonna open up this fight with a Thunderbolt. So that does answer the question. It can show up twice in one dungeon run. I also want to lay down a ground rule right now. I wasn't expecting to find it on this floor, so I was planning on saying this on a later floor. I've come to the decision that I will play this either until I get Mew or until I clear floor 99. If I don't get Mew by floor 99, I'm not running this place again. I'm just gonna say I beat it and move on. Recruiting Mew doesn't do anything besides get you a portrait on the file loading screen. Let's play. Mew used Transform, it's that Golbat now, okay. I don't want to use Blizzard at this distance. Let me make sure that I don't have an inviting orb of some kind. I don't have anything to improve my chances, so let's hold our Tappe. Pass turn, okay. So that Ditto is our powerful foe. I'm just gonna go for, I'll go for a double slap on the powerful foe. We're not gonna be able to recruit him, it's just a lost cause. Let's just get anything dangerous out of here right away. Oh, that's bad that Misdreavus went through the wall. Are they not set to don't do anything? Okay, no, they're not. Let's say don't use moves. Okay. Thunderbolt. Okay. That's looking pretty good. Screw you, Mew. At least I think that one's Mew. Double slapping you. That damage is so sick. Stop kiting me. I don't like this. Nothing has joined me yet, so Gambler's Fallacy says that you're not joining me. Okay, well, I beat it under the right circumstances. It just didn't want to join. Unless one of you is also a Mew, then we're not getting it. Okay, my heart is pounding. It can stop now. I'm at least glad that we were able to prove that it can indeed show up twice in one dungeon. Got a bad case of the stirrings again. I'll see what you are, and then if you're not Mew, I'm just gonna move on. The new thing that I can't really conclusively prove one way or the other is if Mew will appear multiple times on the same floor. Now that we know it can appear multiple times in the same dungeon, now I just thirst for even more knowledge. You're a Golbat? Okay, I don't care. And you're not Mew, thank God. My heart jumped there for a second after I pressed the button. See you on floor 80. Floor 80. Okay, no Pokemon in the room to start out. Good. Just recharged all the PP of all my moves, so I'm gonna go this way, because I think we're gonna be heading off whatever this is. That's Eradicate. Gonna pass turn again. You come over to me. Passing turns like it's a TCG over here. Nothing, okay. So we got 6 enemies. I'm watching for them to get close to each other to see if we can get a Mew use transform confirmation early on. We'll just eradicate the Eradicate. I bet that's why they named it that. Mew, is that you in those biceps? There's the time. If you're not Mew, nope, you're a Sandshrew. The last 2 letters of your name were close enough, though. All right, we still have another chance on floor 90. Mega Skitty activate! I probably should have done this a lot sooner because I have, well, actually neither of my empowerment seeds are non-sticky, so I can't use them. But sure, let's just make myself even more powerful, because why not? 4 of those are zeros. I got +2 between all my stats and a level up. And we're only level 60, there's still more culling that could happen in the later levels. So we're on floor 89 right now, but we have a problem. Chamomile has no PP for any moves. I can't use him for this. We got a little bit too happy with using Chamomile to deal with our problems, and they just simply stopped spawning Max Ethers and Elixirs. My only way to get it all back would be to die and use a full-on Reviver Seed to restore everything I've got. So I guess we'll see if Willow has any better luck. This could just be me being superstitious, but I noticed that in like 20 floors, nothing with a rare quality had joined me, and then I kicked one Pokemon from the group and suddenly stuff with rare qualities was joining me again, and it also felt like regular Pokemon were joining me a lot more as well. So I'm willing to bet that maybe there's some mechanic that says if you have too many rare qualities in the party, then it just stops giving you them. And because Mew always joins with a rare quality, that might explain why I wasn't having such hot luck on that last floor. God, it's really gonna suck not having a screen nuke in case we run into a monster house. I could just go into a corridor though. Decrepit Lab, no. See what I mean? That Porygon 2 just joining us right away, it didn't have a rare quality, but I felt like we were just having a lot less Pokemon join us in general. So I'll have Chamomile take the lead just because of the X-ray specs, and then Willow will do the actual fighting. Porygon 2 had a rare quality and tried to join me, and like I said, it was 20 straight floors of not having it, and that fast after telling you my story, it happened. I'm willing to bet there's something in the game. Perhaps it can't handle too many rare qualities being loaded at the same time, or maybe it's a combination of certain ones or something. I don't know. Again, could just be superstition, could have just been legendarily bad luck in that specific circumstance, but that's what was happening to me. Didn't believe how good Struggle was before. I think I just demonstrated it quite well. Over 200 damage in one hit. That's roughly what one of my double slaps does now. And that's time. We gotta get out of this floor. Let's see what that is real quick. Just because it's coming toward us anyway. Porygon 2, okay. Can make me walk up to you because you have a million status moves. Sure, take my Struggle, whatever. We get one more chance on floor 98. Here goes. So, this is awkward. Actually, no, it's not. This was fully intentional. I realized that I could get Chamomile's PP back if I just let Chamomile die from using Struggle and then went for a Reviver Seed. The enemies here are so weak by comparison to me now that this is pretty much the only way I could die. So we'll do that. I do lose my Awakened form, but I'm perfectly okay with that. I was doing just fine without it. And if it's Awakened form for being able to actually attack again with my best Pokemon, the one that I actually think will have the best shot against Mew, then absolutely worth it. And if it doesn't work out, then Willow can also just be the one to fight Mew and not have to expend her PP on her good moves that would need to be used up for in Chamomile's stead. In fact, to prevent Willow from wasting PP on the moves that would be good against Mew, I'm gonna drop Energy Ball and Dragon Breath. As long as I'm within 2 squares of Mew, it can still join. Of course, as soon as I do it, there's a Kecleon shop on the very next floor, and I guarantee you that's gonna have some ethers and elixirs. Real nice. Sure did. Sure did. But it's okay, I can go on Willow. This way we can both have our... No, I meant... Drink that. Let me make sure I actually have... Okay, good, I have enough money. Getting very paranoid here about anything going wrong. I don't want to get thrown off by something really stupid at this point. A Ban Seed. Eating it caused the last move of Pokemon used to be disabled. Okay. I don't really see that being that useful. Inviting Orb? Wigglytuff Orb. I mean, I guess if you came all this way and don't have the final island camp, that could be good. What are you? Slow Wand. Nothing here improves my chances of getting Mew at all. Nothing here would even really make the fight that much easier. Willow just hit the HP cap. She doesn't truly have it because that's with a lot of buffs from Oran Berries that we've picked up along the way, but we just got our first cap stat, even if it's temporary. That's the 3rd shiny this dungeon. You cannot be serious. I know the shinies aren't full odds or anything. That's just rude. And it's Chamomile's turn to hit the HP cap. 500 max HP. Floor 97, all cleaned out. There's the stairs. Before we can continue, I'm gonna make sure that nobody can attack except Chamomile. I know for a fact that none of the uncontrollable Pokemon have a screen nuking move. If any of them look like they might attack Mew, I'm just going to let them go from the team so that there's no chance of that happening. Let me make sure everything else is in order. I gotta really make sure of this beforehand because I don't get another chance. I don't need to power up. Would be cool, I'm not gonna lie, but it's also just not needed. We have the X-ray specs. I don't have my friend bow anymore, don't remind me. Don't use moves, okay. That might still let them use struggle. I don't know, let's just go. Let's see where it plops us down. This is my last chance to do this, and I'm gonna try. In this starting room is just a regular old Aerodactyl, and it's within 2 spaces of me. I know that I can one-shot this. And that was not Mew, okay. I don't think Mew will start out transformed or anything. They're going toward those items and money. I'm gonna head off this Aerodactyl. Just get it knocked out. There's something coming into this room, and it's another Aerodactyl. Going for another Blizzard. I'm down to just 1 more use after this. Oh, no, I'm not. I could just use this. What am I saying? Only 1 enemy, and it's down here. I'm just gonna go where the enemies are so that I'm sure I have control over the situation, whatever it may be. I don't think this hallway is long enough for me to really consider it as a prime spot to store my Pokemon in. So we'll keep going a little further. Willow, you're in back. And from here, this is where we part ways. You can go up here, give us this calcium. That'll just go straight onto Willow. There's another item in the wall there, but I'm just not gonna worry about it right now. I need to be efficient and objective about this. Willow, you're gonna have to fight this Aerodactyl. This is why I like the X-ray specs, because I can monitor what's going on over here and know when I need to switch. Got it within 2 squares, didn't join us. So many Aerodactyls everywhere. Why don't you spawn something different, huh? Not a hint. I swear. Not the least bit bitter. Nope. I think this is gonna be the first floor where I just don't even bother with the items in the walls. I need to maximize my chances making the most out of every single turn so that I'm sure that I've done everything I can do to get this thing. Because I'd really love to do it. It's not necessary for anything, like I said. You really don't need to. The best thing about it, if you get it, is just that it's a high-level Pokemon that knows Transform, and that can be helpful for some upcoming dungeons, but so is Ditto. Just doesn't learn other stuff. Oh, that spawned like right on top of Willow here. You won't get me! 300 damage, look at you, girl. Gambler's Fallacy, nothing on this floor has wanted to join me yet. I'm hoping that's a good sign that I'm overdue for something to join. I don't know. Been here for a while, haven't seen hide nor hair of it, and I'm starting to think it might be a lost cause. It's just been a whole bunch of golems and Aerodactyls. It's never deviated at all. And I'm thinking that running into it twice in one dungeon was already exceptionally lucky, because I've heard of people running into it 0 times in one dungeon. This is a hard Pokemon to find. This is a roadblock for a lot of people when they're trying to get 100%. It's not the hardest thing in the game by any stretch, but it is very tedious, and if you just have bad luck, there might not be any opportunity to actually do it right. There it is. A wind has started blowing. Chamomile is right beside the stairs, and I've decided that so we don't leave this floor empty-handed, we're gonna save the life of this Sentret. I have not saved very many Pokemon on the way here. I swear if you have something that makes Pokemon join up easier, I'm gonna be pissed. Okay, now Funnel Fun. Sure, you can come with me. You'll be a nice memory of a Pokemon that I got on this floor. All right, floor 99. That's it, no Mew. On the final floor are 8 evolution crystals, 4 deluxe boxes, and I believe a friend ribbon? I think so. Yep, friend bow. If this was an after-school special about the importance of friendship, that Sentret would have totally turned into Mew after I chose to save its life out of the goodwill of my heart. I just realized that. Seeing as it never joined up, I'll just tell you that Mew will join at level 40, and it always has the rare quality XP boost. Probably best to go for a different rare quality on it. Again, it's not needed for anything, not even story progress or unlocking more dungeons. It's just a nice feather in the cap if you can get it, and I'll be sure to mention the dungeon that it's good to have for. Well, I'm happy we got our friend bow back right as soon as we had to lose it. And I'm also glad that we got a heck of a lot more powerful. In fact, let me show you just how well, actually I can't do that because our HP is not accurate to what it actually is. Let's go on. That's 99 floors. Bronze Dojo ticket. DX Gummy, Rainbow Gummy, Will-O-Wisp TM, Gold Dojo ticket, Reviver Seed, DX Gummy, Rainbow Gummy, Giga Impact TM, that's a physical Hyper Beam, but without the explodiness. A lot of great items. Ugh, waking up after something like that, you gotta feel it in your joints. On repeat visits, Regirock, Regice, and Registeel will now join up with us, but I'm not gonna be going after this right away. By the way, get it? Mew, Zickbox. I didn't realize that till I was in my 20s. Oh, man, all right. So, for those of you that were saying that, well, this was all a colossal waste of time, oh no. So I did this dungeon probably a little earlier than I would have if I didn't play this optimally. A high seas rescue in the stormy sea by Team Sea Dragons ended yesterday with a successful recovery of Tentacool, reports Seadra, the team leader. The client, Corsola, is said to be delighted by the outcome. Tentacool said, "I didn't realize how far I'd been washed out to sea. The stormy sea is unforgiving." You ready to see what our stats are now? Here is Chamomile before, and there's Chamomile after. Our attack is 25 points away from the stat cap. And our HP is getting pretty high up there too. There's Chamomile, and here's Willow before, and Willow after. I funneled all the protein into Chamomile because Willow frankly doesn't really care about attack all that much. Iron Tail's a physical move, but It's not one that I've grown all that attached to, and it's nowhere near as powerful as Double Slap, so I made sure of that. Other than that, the stats were distributed pretty evenly out of not wanting to be too OP. But if you ever need to train up, go there, bring 2 escape orbs with you. If one of them gets ruined, use the other one to get out, and just go there for training. That's why I wanted to show it early, because it's such a good training spot, it's great to be aware of, and it's going to make our lives a lot easier going forward. Our final island camp will be empty, I suppose, on this particular save file. I am curious what it looks like, though. Oh, that's some sweet artwork. Really is. Anyway, we're gonna end things off there. Next time on Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Rescue Team DX. Now that we've finished checking out all the rumors in town, we're gonna move on to another story arc. See you guys then.